Coyote, I will let you talk if you let me talk. Coyote.
That's why more and more Lagosians are tuning in.
500,000 Lagosians.
720,000.
970,000.
Over 1 million Lagosians. They know that if you give me your afternoon, I will give you hard facts.
All those things are all to going beyond the headlines at sometimes.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
Hello Lagos, good afternoon. I am Sandra Ezekwesili and these are your hard facts. First hard fact of the day, Siemens has signed an MOU with the Lagos government to train Lagosians as electronics technicians. It happened during Governor Sanwo-Olu's launch of the Lagos State Development Plan 2052, our new 30-year development plan. And Governor Sanwo-Olu also signed the Lagos State Wealth Fund bill into law. So that means that Lagos State can now set up its own wealth fund to invest and grow the government's savings. Sanwo-Olu seems to be doing a lot of things for Lagos, on behalf of Lagos. I love it so much. We've got a second hard fact of the day. Toby Amushon has been nominated for World Athletics Athlete of the Year. She's the first Nigerian nominee ever. So congratulations to Toby. Please go and vote for our star girl. Go to Twitter and retweet the tweet from World Athletics on Twitter. Retweet the Toby tweet. I think if she gets the most retweets, she wins. Same thing for Instagram as well. Vote her so that we can win it. She's our world champion. She's our world record holder. I'm so proud of her. Super proud of her. Well done to her. Now, of course, if you witness a story or a news event that you want Lagos to know about, call us on 01465 7175. 01465 7175. And thank you for listening to Hard Facts. Thank you for tuning in to Hard Facts. You're here alongside 1 million people, 1 million Lagosians. And hey, they cannot be wrong, right? I've got a great show for you. We'll talk about the CUPP's warnings about alleged attempts to sabotage INEC. Then let's talk about all three presidential frontrunners struggling with their campaign launch. And then let's talk about improving access to education for special needs children. At 4 o'clock, we're going to bring you 1 full hour of Eyewitness. On the big hard fact, I want to take you back in time to October 2012. It's been 10 years since the gruesome murder of Alu 4 in Port Harcourt. You remember them: Ogonna Obuzo, Tekena Elkana, Chiadika Biringa, and Lloyd Toku. So I'm going to be talking from Nduka Ojinmo from the BBC. He just did a documentary on the Alu 4, and we'll have a conversation about that situation and jungle justice in general. That conversation is coming up at 5 p.m. Don't miss it. Of course, expect news and business and sports at the top of the hour every hour. But let's get started with the big three. Apologies, it's coming a bit late. We had a client that we had to give some extra time. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, Lagos. These are your hard facts.
This is the Big Three.
The Big Three on Hard Facts
on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
How can Nigerians safeguard INEC and the electoral process? How can Nigerians safeguard INEC and the electoral process? Are the parties ready to campaign? And how can we improve all our schools to better accommodate children with special needs? Those are the big three, Lagos. Let's talk. Our first story is CUPP's warning about INEC. I know that you've seen the tweets by now. I know that you've seen it on Facebook. I know that it's been shared on your different WhatsApp groups. But yes, the coalition of Nigerian political parties is alleging that there's a plot to stop electronic transmission of results and the use of BVAS for voter accreditation. Remember, Nigerians have been praising these technologies, right, for a while now. Praising these technologies as they reduce rigging at polls. We saw it in Edo, we saw it in Ondo, we saw it, what's the word I'm looking for now? We saw it in Anambra, I believe. We saw it in Osun State as well. And Nigerians have been like, finally, we have gotten rid of some of the loopholes that make it possible to rig elections. And now you have CUPP saying that there is a plot to stop INEC from using these tools. Now, Tahiru Jega is saying that we shouldn't dismiss these allegations so quickly.
That anything is possible in our country. So we cannot just wish away these kinds of allegations when they are being made. But frankly, these allegations are not things we hear from that anything is possible in our country. So we cannot just wish away these kinds of allegations when they are being made. But frankly, these allegations are not things we hear from
Tahiru Jega speaking there. He also asked INEC to resist any pressure. He said, quote, I think what is most important is the capacity of the election management body to resist that pressure, and having recognized that using technology will add more value to the election, they should just remain focused. Meanwhile, the APC has denied that it is behind any attempt to stop the use of tech. CUPP also alleged that there's a plan to remove the INEC chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, if he refuses to stop the use of the tech. So that allegation is also out there. Now, I need to remind you that the constitutional way to sack an INEC chairman is for 2/3 of the Senate to agree. 2/3. Now, it's not very likely, since it's going to mean that PDP and APC senators will have to join forces. But there are those who point to Chief Justice Onogen. Remember that to remove a CJN, you also need 2/3 of the Senate. But Onogen was still removed through the Code of Conduct Tribunal. As you can see, there's a lot of concern over the independence of INEC and their freedom to use this technology. There's so much concern about this technology that so many Nigerians feel will keep the elections clean. So let me ask you this, Lagos. Would you want all the political parties and all their presidential candidates to declare in public that they support the use of BVAS and electronic transmission? Do you believe that this would help reduce some of the concerns? Speaking of concerns, INEC is worried that insecurity may affect elections in the northeast and southeast. That's another issue that every Nigerian should be thinking about today, by the way. So that's our first story. Talk to me about that. Do you think that, well, first of all, do you think that insecurity in these two regions will be a factor in the elections? Do you think so? And what do you think about CUPP's alarm and Jega's comments that we should not be very quick to dismiss them? Should all parties come out and pledge support for BVAS and electronic transmission? Do you think that that should happen? Do you think it would make a difference? 0700993993993. I want to beg for something. If you're a regular caller, like you call all the time, you know, every day you call the shows, the different shows, I want to beg you, just take today off. I want to hear from new callers only. Please. I know that you have thoughts that you really want to share, and you can share them with us on Facebook, share them with us on WhatsApp, share them with us on Twitter. Just don't call, so that we can hear from new callers. Because it really breaks my heart when new callers say, oh, I've been trying for years, and some people are able to, just try and get in one touch, and they're getting by die, and they can call multiple times in one show. It really, really breaks my heart. I wish there was a way for us to sieve out regular callers, but there really isn't, because it's very anonymous, and the call screeners are supposed to explain to the the regular callers. Okay, see, we would like to hear from new voices because you call all the time, you call every day, but we appreciate it. But some regular callers don't like it. Some other regular callers don't mind. But I just want to beg. It's a beg. I'm begging like Chris. Let me beg you. I want to beg you. I want to plead with you. Please, so we can hear from new voices, please. Okay, of course we appreciate the regular callers. We love that you call, you keep the conversations alive, keep the conversations engaging. But just for today, just take today off, just sit back and listen to the new guys and new girls. Okay, women call us on 014657190. Men call us on 0700-993-993. Hello, thank you for calling us. Hello.
Hello?
Thanks for calling. What's your name, sir?
My name is Francis. I'm from Ikodu.
Hi, Francis. Good to have you on the show. Go ahead.
Okay. So I know that in Nigeria there is nothing that it cannot open, but I have a question to ask. I want to ask whether it be possible, something that they have already be like constitution of the country. Can it possible that people from the back door, they can come and stop it like that?
So I don't understand the question. Ask the question again.
Like I know that the president has signed the
Electoral Act.
Can it possible that even when the president has started signing it, can it possible that people from the back they can just come and stop it like that?
Well, I mean, it's Nigeria, so anything is possible. But
that's what I was saying. I know this Nigeria, anything can happen.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be possible. It would be illegal, just like the removal of Onogen was illegal. And if it happened, it would be wrong. It would be illegal, but anything can happen.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. We've got Edet on the line. Hi, Edet.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, I think my opinion on this, the APC and PDP and Labour Party, their candidates, they should come out and agree in public that yes, they must agree to make use of this, because I experienced something since yesterday. I'm hearing this almost since yesterday. It might come to pass, but they should all come out and agree that yes, we must make use of the new way of our election. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's speak with another Francis. Hi, Francis.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good to have you on the show.
Yeah. Thank you for picking my call. You're highly welcome back, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, for whether they want to stop the whatever they call it, beaver or whatever, let APC and PDP have it at the back of the mind. 2023. We are battle ready.
But if they stop beavers and electronic transmission, your battle may...
They can't stop it. They cannot. If they try it, we crash the air. We will crash every system that want to use.
Okay, no, please stop threatening violence. At least don't threaten it on my air. Thank you. But yes, that's why the CUPP came forward and alleged that the APC is trying to do this. The APC has, of course, denied that there's any plan to do this. They've called it nonsensical that this allegation even exists. But you have the former chairman of INEC, Jega, who's saying, well, don't disregard any allegations being made, and also telling INEC to focus your focus. 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
Good to have you on the show. What's your name, sir?
Okay, my name is Boma.
Boma, welcome.
All right. So, you see, the truth is this: there's everything in Nigeria. Everything is possible, and I am not in any doubt that this plan has been on since the National Assembly passed that bill. They are seeking for any means, and CUPP, if you watch CUPP, they are a very reputable organization. So what is happening now is that they want to rig the election, especially the APC. That information is very true. They will look for any means to rig this election because they know Nigerians have woken up, and we are not going to vote for a failed system or a failed government anymore. We are not going to empower them with our votes. We are ready to change this country and to retire all these old politicians. And they don't want to go. I urge Nigerians to stand on their ground. We must be vigilant. We must be ready to change, to redeem Nigeria. Honestly, 2023 is the last chance we have to redeem this country. The last chance we have to redeem Nigeria. And I pray that the youth both old women, or every woman that is looking for 10,000, and the market women that they are mobilizing now to come and disrupt this change that is true change that's coming to Nigeria. They should arise and know that these same people cannot change this country. We must stand. They want to do it. Sandra, I'm telling you the truth. They want to do this.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, Boma. I do love that I seem to have heard from only new people today. Thank you so much to the regular callers for doing us this solid, doing us this favor, and just giving us the day off today. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Let's take a break. When we come back from this break, let's talk about all three presidential frontrunners struggling with their campaign launch.
For whatever reasons, who do not want to take a vaccine. And I think they have the rights.
They cannot go to stop insecurity. It's to force people to take vaccine. Let them come and kill me. I can never take it.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Alexis Galleries, in partnership with the Bricon Foundation, presents Connecting Africa, a group exhibition of works by Kansine Brian Lister, Uganda, Luke Osaro, Nigeria, Musa Isaru, Cameroon, Dominique Zimpe, Benin, Blaise Venuri, Cameroon, Nathaniel Voduhe, Benin, Samuel Tete Kachan, Ghana, Ichike Bidias Donald Romerick, Cameroon, King Eraso, Nigeria, and Orlo Prince Ozange Obuoma, Nigeria. Venue, Alexis Galleries, 282 Akiolubade Street, off Ido Martins, Victoria Island, Lagos. Opening date, October 15th, 2022. Time, 3 to 7 p.m. on the opening day and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily till September 24th, 2022. Proudly sponsored by Pepsi, Tiger, Indomie, Mikano, The Guardian, AMG Logistics, Higher Thermocoal, UPS, Aino Blanksin, Lost in a City, Cobranet, Art Cafe, Wazobia TV, Nigeria Info FM, and Rentco Kill Becca.
Mall of Fame Nigeria presents Future Kids Competition and Awards 2022. Submit a creative and innovative advert video or skit about your school and country and win big at the Future Kids Oscar Awards, the first children's Oscars ever. To participate, go to www.malloffamenigeria.com.ng or call 090-614-850-66. Competition is open to preschool, primary, and secondary school. Proceeds from the Oscar Awards will support Autism Foundations. And remember, be epic.
It's new and it's for you. We bring to you another update on how to win 5,000 Naira. Listen to all our shows Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Participate in any of the games and stand a chance to win 5,000 Naira. On Monday, it's 5 in 7, where you get to list 5 things that start with a random alphabet in just 7 seconds. On Wednesday, it's one shot. We give you questions on basic statistics from around the world, and you attempt the question in just one shot. And Thursday, it's time for Previously On. You get to answer questions from the previous show. It's a total package with different variety. Who says there's no fun in listening? For more details, visit our social media pages. Coming to you only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Lagos, let's talk. You don't start this your waka waka, abi?
Good evening, Uncle.
Don't call me that. Which kind leg you want carry come so?
No vex. No be anyhow waka waka. Na the night show I dey go.
So me no reach to follow you go this night show? Well, wait which kind show be that?
Na the night show. It dey happen for Wazobia TV and Wazobia Max TV with Nedu and Petite every Wednesday by 8 p.m.
I beg you, no carry this grammar come give me. Today, na me and you go do this waka.
The Night Show, showing Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on Wazobia TV and Wazobia Max TV, UHF 57 Lagos, DSTV channel 259, GoTV 98, Star Times 195, and Free TV 744. Sponsored by Number.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. You're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. All three presidential frontrunners are dealing with crisis as they start their campaigns. That's our second story. If you just tuned in, let me remind you, we're streaming live on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3, YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. And like I said, the Labour Party just unveiled its presidential campaign committee, and immediately there was kata kata. So first you have Arabambi Abayomi, the party's national publicity secretary, saying that the list isn't a real list from the party or Peter Obi. He said, quote, "We are not involved in Dr. Okwe's mischievous political shenanigans. That is not the party's program. He can't be talking about our party all the time." Which party? Is he the leader of the Labour Party now to announce himself as the DG? It's an anomaly. Who announced the DG of Atiku? Atiku did it. When Tinubu announced his DG, the party did it. Where is Peter Obi? Okukwe doesn't know what he is doing. I want to be quoted. The DG ought to go to the northeast or north central. End quote. Drama. Now, the PDP has a campaign council, but they still postponed some of their campaign activities. Some newspapers reported that it was because Atiku wanted to mend fences with Nyesom Wike, but the party has now said that this is a lie. Instead, that the party chairman is not around. That's why they're not doing their campaign. Then there's the APC. There's tension between the party's National Working Committee and the Tinubu Campaign Council. The party is not happy with the composition of the council, just like the Labour Party. Tinubu held a meeting with both sides and the party's governors, but there was a deadlock. And because of that deadlock, the campaign cannot kick off all its activities. Lagos, these are the three parties with the most popular presidential candidates right now. But it almost seems like they cannot get out of their own way. I'm wondering what you think about these three campaigns seeming to move from crisis to crisis. What about all the disorder and disagreements inside them? Is this normal? Is this a sign of unseriousness by our politicians? But I think the even more critical question would be, which of the three campaigns do you think will get their act together quickest? That should be a poll on Twitter. Yinka, let's make that a poll on Twitter. Which of the three campaigns do you think will get their act together quickest? 0700-993-993-993. That's for men. Women, call us on 01465-7190. Again, please, if you're a regular caller, take the day off. I want to hear from as many new voices as possible, please. I'm begging you, like Chris. Begging you. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
This is Ekene calling.
Ekene calling. Welcome.
Yeah. This issue of problem between the three parties. Don't you agree that should not even bring problem to the Labour Party? You just calm down and allow the party to do the things they want to do. And again, for the issue of electronic transmission of results, they should not play with us. They do not try us. They just leave it the way it should be. Wait to go the way we plan it. That is my say. God bless you.
All right. Thank you very much for calling us. We've got Yemi on the line. Hi, Yemi.
Yes, good afternoon.
Sandra, good afternoon.
Ezekwesili.
Good to have you on the show.
Okay, so I believe the three parties will get themselves together.
Okay.
They will wobble, they will fumble, they will articulate themselves.
Who do you think will do it
but
first?
Like, there is really something wrong with the average Nigerian. Is it too late to get the colonial masters back?
I beg, no.
Order our lifestyle?
Why? Do they have two heads?
The average Nigerian has a problem.
Do they have two heads? Why do you need them?
Seriously. That's my take.
Yemi, thank you very much for calling. All right, let's take a look at WhatsApp. We've got this message here from Sheung. Sheung is in Festac. And Sheung says, the APC have finally realized that they may likely lose the election. They want by all means to scuttle the elections. Several times we have warned that any attempts by that party to rig the elections may rig Nigeria out of existence. A stitch in time saves 9. Nigerian politicians should not underrate Nigerian youths. NSAS may be child's play. Finally, a candid advice to INEC chairman is to remain as transparent as possible. He should think of the international reputation to his name. I rest my case. Sheung is in Festac. Afolabi is on the line. Hi, Afolabi.
Yeah, hey, good luck. Sandra,
yes.
Good afternoon. Let me first of all greet the old caller that used to call that used to disturb us not to get through. God bless them all for giving us this opportunity to get through today. Sandra, you see this new what's it called? This minister of what would I call it? This minister of justice that they just swear in is part of their plan to get rid of election, to rig election. I just pray and hope their plan won't scatter this country. That is just my prayer.
All right, Afolabi, thank you so much for calling us. Ooh, you know what we're going to do? This day off, it's like we're going to do it 1 week. 1 week, day off for our regular callers. Then we'll have like new people call us for 1 week, new callers only. Then the next week you can resume. We're doing 1 week on, 1 week off. But it's just beg and begging. It's still shall beg and begging. Okay. Here's a message from Clement in Surulere. Clement says, please let those who are OB callers think twice. You cannot force me to vote for the person I don't want to vote. I have my candidate. I will just keep quiet until February 2023. Okay. Here is Kings from Orile. Kings says there's no drama in LP. That one person or couple of persons express disagreement with a list of over 1,200 people does not mean crisis. By the way, is it deliberate that you ignored that the LP chairman issued a statement today confirming the list is true and authentic? I know you put LP in this list for political correctness. Donyo Kukwe is the right and valid DG. All right, Kings from Orile with that message there. Thank you very much for your message. Let me come back to the phone lines. 99.3. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Abolore.
Abolore, welcome.
Yeah. Thank you. Quick one. And it's really for us to be complaining about rigging election. How the region, that is why election is not a child play. So everybody have to play their vital role on the election for them not to be leaking out. So far, everybody have their own PVC. Anyway, I have my own candidate that I wanted to vote for. So nobody should force anybody to vote for who they like. Now, the problem of the country at this movement, beyond only one person that will not say we should vote for this until we vote for this before the country be balanced. Are you getting me? Okay. The problem of this country at this moment is beyond the youth. Okay. I know after my call, people will attack me and say, what this man is saying. Are you getting me? But the problem of this country at this moment, what is on the ground now, beyond the youth. Okay. And we need somebody, a credible candidate, and a unifier who can unify and unite all the region, either Hausa, Yoruba, or Igbo, who can carry us together, carry us along, make the country be great.
Who do you think that is?
Are you getting me?
Who do you think that is?
To win that election, for me, I'm saying categorically, I don't know for any other person Atiku is going to win.
Okay. All right.
Because it has everything to be. If you look at the campaign of every other candidate, including Atiku, including APC, including the Labour Party, go and look their campaign promises. You will find out the truth out of the campaign promises. So Atiku did not campaign and say he promised us road, he promised us electricity, he promised us to reduce the cost of the fuel to social. No. It brings solution. He tell us this is solution. This is what can bring the country great.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Matthew is on the line. Hi, Matthew.
Hello, Auntie.
Welcome.
Yes, I'm calling from Ikoyi, Nigeria.
Welcome, Matthew.
You see, Auntie Sandra, you see this incoming election. If Nigeria does not pray very well, election may not hold next year. because these three parties have to be strong enough to bring themselves together and on same thing know what they are doing. You understand me? You know, you see, APC and PDP and Labour Party should become to one body and make sure say they prepare for Nigeria, not for themselves. You understand me? See, everybody, every eye, we are watching what is going on. It's not like before when everybody feel or concerned. I don't care. But now everybody's eyes are open. So APC and PDP and Labour Party should know themselves to respect themselves. This machine they are saying, there's nothing like they are rigging the election again. Thank you. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you, Matthew, for calling. We've got Friday on the line. Friday, are you from Igboilere?
Yeah,
Friday.
I'm calling from Oxford Estate.
But you're a regular caller now.
No, I'm not a regular caller. This is my first time. I've been hearing your voice every day. I've been watching your program. See, but I'm not getting the chance to call. I'm a new caller.
I'm glad you've called today. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm obedient.
Okay.
I should not try also. We are ready for the election 2023.
Okay.
They should not try us.
Okay.
We need to change this country.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling. All right, let me bring you our final story, and then we can, keep talking about all of them. So for our final story, and I really want to hear your thoughts on this particular one, yeah? For our final story, there's a bill in the House of Reps to improve education for children with disabilities. Obinna Chidoka sponsored the bill. It has passed second reading. And Obinna Chidoka said about this bill that, quote, the primary objective of this bill is to bring students and pupils with disabilities into the mainstream learning environment. The bill will mandate schools to make provisions for the teaching of children with disabilities within the same environment as other children in a way that gives the challenged children a sense of belonging and acceptance. This will afford schools the opportunity of providing facility for blind students, deaf students, autistic students, and other physically challenged students, including provision for accessibility in the school infrastructure for such students. The bill provides the class of students who are special needs children in Section 2. It also mandates the education authorities to make regulations that will guide the implementation of this bill, including the training of teachers with special skills required for this purpose. End quote. When I saw the story, I really liked it. Chidoka is talking about infrastructure for accessibility, a syllabus and teaching materials for special needs children, and training for teachers. And he wants every school to have this. Now, I should point out that on the infrastructure side, we already have a law mandating that. That's the People Living with Disabilities Act. Under that act, every building serving the public must have accessibility infrastructure like wheelchair ramps, signs for the blind. The question is, of course, has anyone complied with that law? Are the laws enough? But like I said, I really like that this is happening, and I want us to have a serious conversation about providing access to people with disabilities. This law is important. When I was in Doha, I was so blown away by how much accessibility was included in the infrastructure, the architecture. Like there was so much access for people with different disabilities. So people who were blind had signs in Braille. People who were, and also on the path walks, people who needed wheelchair or crutches had wheelchair access. There were elevators in most places, almost everywhere really. Some of the escalators were flat, so if you wanted to go somewhere and climb onto an escalator with your wheelchair, the escalator was flat, so it can carry you to most places. You had, if it's a public event that you're attending, you had people who were speaking in sign language. So like I was so blown away by that, because I mean, as far as inclusivity is concerned in that direction, Doha was more progressive than some of the Western countries that I've visited. So I was really blown away by that. And so when I saw this story in the House of Reps and I saw that this bill had passed second reading, I needed to get your thoughts on it. I needed to talk to you about it. I especially want to hear from people who live with disabilities, or the family members of people who live with disabilities, or people who work in that space to assist people who live with disabilities. I want to know from you, what should schools put in place to educate children who have disabilities? What's currently missing? If you have a child that has special needs, what's currently missing in their education? What needs to be introduced into their education? Let's talk about the visually impaired. Let's talk about the hearing impaired. Let's talk about the paralyzed. Let's talk about the autistic. Let's talk. 01465 7190. 0700-993-993-993. Hello, thanks for calling us.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
My name is Isaac.
Isaac, welcome.
Yeah. I want to react to the crisis and as you said that crisis are all the three top parties.
The three major parties. Go ahead.
Major party, yes. I want to say that in regards to PDP, I don't see any crisis over there because the unifier started its work.
Okay.
And it was the first time to kick off a campaign that shook all over the nation in Akwa Ibom.
Okay.
So he's a man that knows his onions, and he began doing it.
Okay.
And Sandra, I still want to remind you of your glass ring program.
Okay.
His unifier, I don't know if you heard about the unifier article, that is only one in his microfinance bank that gives 70 to 80% loan to women.
Okay.
When they ask him why, he says if you want to succeed, include women in your agenda. And he's a man that wants to unify all the women of this country to make sure that this country move forward.
Okay, if you want to if you want to campaign, you have to pay for the campaign air. Okay, we've got a Kaite on the line. Hi, Kaite.
Yes, my sister. Good afternoon.
My sister. Good afternoon.
Oh, well done. God bless you.
Bless you as well.
Thank you. I want to talk about what concerns me.
Okay.
If they like those parties, let them scatter themselves. I don't tire. I want to talk about disability. I beg.
Okay.
Me, I'm one of them. I'm a visually impaired person.
Okay.
It's not easy. It's not easy at all, and there's no provision for us here.
Okay.
I when I was in a training school at Oshodi, blind school at Oshodi, I know how much we paid. So expensive. Very, very expensive, and there's no government that come around and help. It's not easy. If they can pass that bill, it will be very, very good. Some of us, we have good ideas, but the problem there is finance. To train one person, one physically challenged person, my sister, is not big. It's not a small thing. Every day. Now that I'm living at Agbado here, that's my sister, to go out, except somebody take me out before I can access the road. Because the road is not accessible. The road is no provision in this country for physically challenged person. Nothing. That is why if you hear some of us come out on the radio begging to survive, my sister, I'm telling you the truth. It's not palatable at all. In fact, sometimes I used to regret coming to this world, born in Nigeria. I'm telling you the truth. Please, if they can do it, it's not only to pass through reading. After it, what next? After it, what next? There's nothing next. Please, if they can do it for everybody that is living with disability, like Guy Ken that I'm using. Do you know that even Okada seeing you with that Guy Ken, it will match you, destroy, and that Guy Ken now is over 15,000 now to buy it, just to assess where you are going. If that kind of a thing, we're supposed to get it free of charge in this country, but government is nothing. I want you to go around all those physically all these challenge schools and see whether there's any help from government. There's none. There's none. It's so hard. It's so hard and heartbreaking. Please, if they can do it, it's not only to pass through reading. After it, what next?
What next?
Thank you, my sister. God bless you.
Bless you as well, Ekaiti. Thank you so much for calling and thank you for sharing your story with us. 99.3, hello.
Hello, Sandra. Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name, ma'am?
Yeah, how are you? My name is Ngozi.
Welcome, Ngozi.
Yeah, Sandra. Honestly, that bill is a very welcomed one.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually long overdue. I think before now, in our environment, I know I schooled in the East, Enugu precisely.
Okay.
Growing up, I know I had a lot of these physically challenged people in my school and in my class.
Okay.
In fact, the best boy in my class in those days is a physically challenged person who was born crippled. I know many times, in fact, he was living in this Cheshire home or something. We usually wheel him back, and then in the morning, some people took it upon themselves, maybe going to the home to bring him to school and take him back when school closed. Then my history teacher in SS1 is also physically challenged. I think she's a blind woman. My history teacher in SS1 class. I still remember her very well. So, and that woman was very brilliant, Sandra.
Okay.
Very, very brilliant.
Okay.
So, I don't know why suddenly in the entire system, these people are totally excluded. In government schools in those days, I know we used to have some of these teachers. We have some of them in the school. But these days, you rarely see them. And it's not as if there is even some government special kind of schools for them that you would say maybe these other schools were built for them. So I think this bill will go a very long way in trying to bring them, because a lot of them, I may be physically challenged, maybe sight, but my brain is hot. I can do a whole lot, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So excluding them totally is also not right for me. So it's a welcome development that needs to be followed up.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it, Ngozi. 99.3, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you. My name is Afolabi.
Afolabi, welcome.
You know, I'm very happy today that my line really wrote through. Now, my take on that topic is a very nice one. But what I thought suggest is that the problem of Nigeria is all about implementation.
Okay.
You know, I know that most of individual, I always say private this body that have been doing this thing before. If government can try to support these people, I think it will go a long way. And not only that, I have one thing, there is a social work across all the Nigerian universities. But the government are not implementing those things. You know, if government can implement and sign this thing, I think it will also help not the way they are doing in abroad, you know, most of these Western world. I think that's my take on that.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Let me take a look at messages we have on social media. I've got some seconds before I have to take a break. Again, thank you so much to our regular callers for taking a back seat today and letting us hear from new callers only. I really love that you did us that favor. Thank you so much. Obioma is in the US. Obioma says that the CUP allegations should be taken seriously given the rhetoric and confidence among APC and their candidate, knowing fully well that their government has underperformed and put a lot of Nigerians in poverty. All right, Obioma from the US, thank you for your message. We're going to take a break now. When we come back from this break, we will take messages from social media only. And then at 4 o'clock, we're going to switch gears and you tell us what's happening in your part of Lagos. At 5 o'clock, let's take a trip back to 2012. Don't go away.
The Lagos Cocktail Festival is back. Do you love cocktails? Would you like to sample free cocktails, network and have fun? Enjoy cocktail offers Thursday 20th and Friday 21st October at the Cocktail Village, Balmoral Convention Center, Federal Palace Hotel, Victoria Island from 3 p.m. and across all registered bars in Lagos. Buy your wristbands online on www.lagoscocktail.com. For further inquiries, call 0903-970-2993. This event is supported by MasterCard, Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Sterling Bank, Eventi Cocktails, Balmoral Events, Martel, Theru, Star Adler, Desperados, Absolute Vodka,
Payaza, Campari,
Beefeater Gin, Omega Tequila, Valentine's, Nestle Water, My Mini Bar, The Singleton, Johnny Walker, Captain Morgan, Gordon's, Morning, Vodka and Tequila, Whispering Angels, Terrazas,
Cool FM, and Nigeria Info FM.
It's new and it's for you. We'll bring to you another update on how to win 5,000 Naira. Listen to all our shows Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Participate in any of the games and stand a chance to win 5,000 Naira. On Monday, it's 5 in 7, where you get to list 5 things that start with a random alphabet in just 7 seconds. On Wednesday, it's one shot. We give you questions on basic statistics from around the world, and you attempt the question in just one shot. And Thursday, it's time for Previously On. You get to answer questions from the previous show. It's a total package with different variety. Who says there's no fun in listening? For more details, visit our social media pages. Coming to you only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Lagos, let's talk.
Dreaming of becoming a professional screenwriter, video editor, an OAP, or a thriving entrepreneur in the music, cultural, and creative industries? Visit www.wazobia.academy to sign up for a training course that suits your interests and get trained online for highly subsidized fees by leading local and international experts. You could be eligible for an internship opportunity. You can access the training on your mobile phones without data right after the first download and study at your own pace. Wazobia Academy. Learn and lead. Terms and conditions apply.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. There's 3 more minutes before we have to switch gears and bring you eyewitness. But John in Ikeja says, Sandra, I'm in pain because someone will still come out supporting Atiku, calling unifier. A unifier who couldn't unite his people. Atiku, who Wike said bribed someone in Lagos with 1 billion naira. We all know that that person is Ayu. Today, PDP were sharing money to people who got out with them today. If you see these people, you will know that they are hungry. Politicians have weaponized hunger to control the people for their favor. All right, John in Ikeja with that message there. Thank you very much for your message. Just as Jega said, nothing is impossible for Nigerian government. Please, Nigerians should give them close marking. Obi movement is unstoppable. That's Stephen from Kogi State with that message there. We've got a message here from John. Simon John in Lekki says, Sandra, instead of telling the regular callers not to call today, why not advise the regular politicians to quit the stage? Excuse me, John. Now the one where I get power to do, I feel do now. Eh? Now wow. This message here says, Sarah, they should not try us. All right, that's a message on WhatsApp. Hi, Sandra. I wish CUPP can come out clearer. He that alleges must prove. I think they should tell us the basis for the allegation so we know where to start from. Personally, I don't see it happening. INEC chairman has heard all these allegations and he has assured that Beavers has come to stay. That's Fortune from Festac Town with that message there. Peter Ayorinde says, the class and value of some of the presidential and governorship candidates in the political parties and the intra-party problems overwhelms my sense of thought. I bet that Labour Party is not ready for the frenzy they are getting. Peter Obi's wave of support after joining them is like parking a Lexus in the parking lot for Okada. They are not ready. Sadly, their top candidate is the hope of millions. All right, let's leave it at that. Thank you so much for your message. We'll stay on political stories, for most of the campaign season because, that's our bread and butter. It's what we do here. We talk politics, we talk policy, we talk current affairs, we talk social issues, we talk health. You think about it, we talk about it. So these stories are developing stories, they're rolling stories. We're going to come back to it. Right now, let's bring you business news. After the business news, what's happening in your part of Lagos? Tell me about it after the news. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Don't go away.
It's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those. Those that need to be fired are fired. It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not a Chelsea.
And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have